EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Here's Austin Seibert now to get this one started, and off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he returns this to the 22. Right to the air goes Nix. Flush to his right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. In Washington territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A first carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 2nd and a couple. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 2nd down, it's Nix. Eluding the pressure right. Down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Williams. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They run again with the fullback Burton. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Mike Burton punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. A first down throw for Daniels. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On first down, here's Daniels to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Daniels now to throw on first down. He's across midfield, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 10 more there and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to Robinson now on first down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 49's the mic.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Ben Sinnott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Well, able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Nix once more. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
That's complete to Troutman, right side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Throwing Nix. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's down inside the of 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.